everyone, this is Dr. Liv with New Insight, and thank you for joining me in another video. Have you ever felt like someone you care about just can't connect with you emotionally? Maybe they seem distant, disconnected, or even cold at times, and it leaves you confused and wondering, are they emotionally unavailable, or are they just shy, guarded, or introverted? Today, I'm discussing how to tell the difference between emotional unavailability, emotional maturity, and shyness. Understanding the difference between someone being emotionally unavailable, emotionally mature, or shy matters because confusing them can keep you stuck in unhealthy dynamics. When you mislabel emotional unavailability as shyness, you may excuse abuse and neglect. When you mistake emotional maturity for emotional distance, you may pull away from safe connections. Without this understanding, people often blame themselves for someone else's inability to connect, communicate, or show empathy. Clarity, however, protects your emotional well-being and helps you make healthier relationship choices. Let's begin with emotional unavailability. Emotional unavailability is characterized by someone having difficulty expressing their emotions and attending to the emotional needs of others. Someone who is emotionally unavailable often struggles to connect on a deep level. They may have difficulty validating emotions, showing empathy, or being present emotionally. To others, they can come across as cold, uncaring, disconnected, or apathetic. They may connect on a superficial level, but deep conversations or vulnerability feels uncomfortable and even threatening to some. Often, the person who is emotionally unavailable is highly independent, but in a guarded and mistrustful way. In fact, they typically push people away, maintain emotional walls, and respond inappropriately or inadequately to the emotional needs of others if they respond at all. Now, let's shift to emotional maturity and shyness. A person who has emotional maturity is able to express their emotions openly, respond appropriately to the emotional needs of others, connect on a deeper, more meaningful level. They can be vulnerable without feeling threatened, and they can meet others where they are emotionally without shutting down or withdrawing. It's important to note that some people may simply be shy, introverted, or uncomfortable with vulnerability. They might struggle with communication or feel pressured when attending to someone else's emotional needs, but they still desire connection, love, and affection. A shy or introverted person is still able to show empathy, validate others' feelings, be emotionally present, even if it feels uncomfortable at times. And both a person who is shy and a person who is emotionally unavailable can be guarded and uncomfortable with vulnerability and have difficulty expressing emotions and difficulty dealing with the emotional needs of others. The key difference is that a person who is emotionally unavailable maintains a persistent barrier that prevents true connection and meaningful emotional engagement. A shy person, however, may experience discomfort, but the barrier is usually more temporary or situational. And a shy person is also more intentional about opening up, building trust, and allowing connection to happen when it truly matters, more so than someone who is emotionally unavailable. Understand that emotional availability is not about being perfect or always knowing the right thing to say. It's about being willing and able to connect, empathize, and show up emotionally, even when it's uncomfortable. Recognizing emotional unavailability is the first step in protecting your heart, understanding your relationships, and deciding what kind of connection you truly need. Ask yourself, Am I connecting with someone on a meaningful emotional level, or am I running into a wall every time I try? Do I put up walls when I feel uncomfortable with emotional needs? And do I really feel seen or heard in this relationship? Understanding the difference can help you make more empowered choices about who you allow into your life and how you choose to show up for yourself. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video.